Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another fun-filled edition of Inside NHSTRA. I'm your host, Mark Beaudry. Tonight, I am joined by Benjamin Bazowski, Steve Grand, and Downtown Kevin Brown, who just pointed out to me, we've been hanging out here for like an hour, and he just points to his shirt front like I hadn't noticed. That was something I came up with like a year ago.
Yep.
And he's like,
win the show.
and I had to think, it's like, oh, that's right. I came up with that.
Yeah.
Nice
So-
shirt. This is why I need to copyright things around him, because he's going to start stealing everything from me.
I know, right? Do we have everything?
Isn't that the best way to get your ideas?
This is
Steal
true.
from other people?
This is true.
Do we have everything Naster Vision copyrighted? Because pretty soon we're going to have like, that
I-
logo on
as
the
a
front of
matter
a
fact,
shirt.
I did it last week, so I'm all set. I'll give you guys an invoice on that one. Don't worry.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
I mean,
yes.
I'm already ahead of you on that one.
Ryan Lawless says Kevin Brown was actually at Hudson
Dude, so
yesterday.
Ryan, he was a really nice guy. I'd never met him. What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's my head tech of the Dwarf Cuz.
He is a funny bastard. He was a cool dude.
That guy is very smart. Like, most of us, like, we go home, watch TV, get in fights with our girlfriends or whatever. Just normal stuff.
Sounds like a day in the life of Kevin Brown.
He'll read up on everything, and if he doesn't know or he can't find a book on, he'll find somebody. Trust me, we adjusted the rules for the Dwarf Cuz, and I'm like, yeah, maybe we could go Yamaha. Or he goes, no. I already did the research. This won't work, but if you do this, and I've already verified it with this guy, I'm like, I just thought of that like 20 minutes ago. How the hell did you verify all this stuff?
He reminds me of Dennis.
Yeah.
Dennis is the same way. Tech man,
Yeah.
Dennis is the same way. But
And that's what makes them great tech men, though.
Yeah.
Never underestimating their education, always looking to further their education. But what a cool dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice
he's
guy.
an awesome dude.
Cool
So
dude.
I
He's
don't know
awesome.
if his smile was bigger when I see him driving by me on his electric scooter
Dude,
yesterday,
that thing was awesome.
or the smile on my
we-
face when
we should
Kevin
have a-
brought in Jersey Mike's. Because I was like,
Hey, Emily Miller. She
Emily,
recommended.
thank you. We just jammed out with a whole bunch of Jersey Mike's in here.
Bob looks fat.
wow, a little big.
But no, we actually brought some real men in on
Yo.
tonight, Bob.
That's right.
Left the kids at home. Him and Maisie, they got about the same mentality level. So
We should just put them on microphones and walk away and record it and see what happens.
Who?
Maisie.
Oh, Maisie and Bob. Come on. Jeez.
No, it's my toy. No, it's mine.
Yeah,
No.
exactly. Yeah,
I can see it
Fighting
now.
over sippy cups and stuff. That wouldn't go well. But
I'm watching the door to see if they make it in.
Okay.
they're
Here
trying
we
to get,
go.
They're trying to get in. Give them my code.
I just did.
You did.
I just gave him my
you
code.
did?
Or I just gave him the code. What are they?
Yeah, that-
what are
I'm
they?
hitting a remote unlock too.
Okay.
All right. There we go.
Yeah.
I can't watch the camera and buzz the door at the same time. So we'll know in 30 seconds if they made it in.
Mark can't chew
I
and walk.
hear that you raced a car, Mr. Brown.
I don't think we're not going to call what I did racing. Yesterday was an absolute stunt promotion for my field filler shirt. If you guys didn't see,
Which is pretty fire, by the way.
So we brought the field filler shirt out yesterday, and exactly what I did was just filled the field.
Is that all you did?
did.
No.
That's all I did.
I don't know. You look good in practice, my friend.
Yeah, the car that we struggled, man, all day.
You realize that this is worse, right? Because he went from B main Brown to now you were okay in
I
practice.
wouldn't even make the B main.
Now you are okay
So
in practice, Brown.
I picked the car up Friday night, and my daughter's birthday was Saturday. I never pulled it out of the trailer until we got there on Sunday, and come to find out, there was some. It definitely didn't have the right setup in it. First and foremost, thank you, Billy Clement. They do a great job. Billy works his butt off. Obviously, Junior's cars is their primary concern, and he's, him and I were going to work the next couple weeks here to get that thing going right. But I enjoy the challenge. I'm going to embrace the challenge. We'll get that car going right, and that was just a stunt promotion for the field filler shirt. So you're welcome.
One of those amazing shirts going to be available
This
online.
week, yeah, we're going to put everything up this week, so we'll get all that stuff out
Are you
there
going
this
to bring
week.
some to Lee and Hudson like you've been saying?
The
Yeah, it
goal
never
is
does.
for the 14th, we're going to be up there.
Look what Bob just wrote about you.
What, me?
No, Kevin. Bob, Kevin was so fast yesterday. I didn't realize that was.
I was doing my best Bob Williams impression yesterday is what I did. So
I didn't realize
running the
that
back,
was
pull
him
off
who
it.
said that he looks fat. That makes that joke
I knew
even
it was
funnier.
for me.
Yeah.
So I actually compiled something.
This is an awesome list.
The stats are pretty
Yes.
This right here. So now that
Pay
we
attention
use
over there. Pay attention over there.
Now that we use my race
They're not gonna
pass.
Pay attention. They have the attention span of a road.
She should.
Now that we use my race pass, it keeps track of a whole bunch of stuff in the background. So it lets me pull cool reports with a couple button clicks and then a little, Excel and sorting and stuff like that. So I actually have a net plus minus hard charger for each one of the 4 tracks in each division.
Do you want to explain what that is? Because I think some you
I
might
do.
wanna-
So it takes all the races that these competitors have competed at since the beginning of the year. And what it does, so let's say race number 1, you pass 5 cars and you finish 5 spots above your starting position. So now you're a plus 5. So the next week, let's say you lose 2 spots, you're now a plus 3. The next week you lose 7 spots, you're now like a minus 4. So it keeps track, so it goes from week to week. So I actually have each division in each track. So I want to give a shout out to some of these drivers who are really killing it, honestly. Monadnock Speedway in the Pure Stocks, Tegan Edson is a plus 15 right now.
Jesus.
Leading the Pure Stocks. I'm only reading off the division, the leader from each division. 6 shooters, Michael Yetton is a plus 10 at Monadnock. Mini Stocks, Richard Whipple is a plus 7. Bob didn't even make the list.
Bob's a minus.
Bob says he's a minus 20.
He's not wrong.
Minus
Late
41.
models, Hillary Renault, plus 10. Modifieds, Adam LaPointe is a plus 11. Moving over to Lee USA Speedway, Pro Stocks, Ryan Green is a plus 5. Late models, Oscar Leclerc, plus 2. Ridge Runners, Brad Wiseman, plus 1. 6 shooters, Adam Knowles, plus 15.
That's insane.
So
That's
now,
cool.
Adam Knowles and Tegan Edson are the 2 highest hard chargers in all the NASTRA divisions right now. Jeffrey Turcotte, Pure Stocks, plus 3. Claremont Motorsports Park, Pure Stocks, Colton Martin, plus 8. 6 shooters, John Thibodeau is a plus 5 right now. In the Outlaws, Guy Karen is a plus 2. Late models, and he showed it yesterday. Let's just say,
God, dude, that was nuts.
Yes.
Chris the Weasel Riendo, plus 11. Joey Jarvis in the Modifieds, plus 8. Moving over to Hudson Speedway, Pure Stocks, Colton Martin, plus 3. He's leading 2 tracks in his plus minus. 6 shooters, Tristan Bodwell, plus 9.
She's been
Nice
doing an
job,
amazing job.
Yeah.
Getting
Very
better.
We'll get another one.
Modifieds, Jason Bonnet, plus 9. And that's in the Modifieds. In the late models, Oscar Leclerc leading 2 divisions too, plus 14.
Unbelievable.
That's
Oscar's had
awesome.
a great season this
You
year.
know why? You want to know why? Because it's one of my. It's that red
Yes,
car
yeah.
is my old car that Steve Dickey used to drive
Yes.
for me, and he
Yeah.
says
That's
he
all
loves
right.
that
There's
car.
nobody else important on the that we need to
keep
read.
going. Keep going.
Oh, is there
That's
one
it.
more?
It's over.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. In the Ridge Runners, Callie Osborne, plus 2. She is leading hard
Look at
charters
that.
right now. So
2 ladies from Hudson. Very
Yeah.
nice. Good job, girls.
I think stats like that are cool because
I love 'em.
when you get to go back and look at it, it's like, wow, that's actually pretty cool. I want to give a huge shout out again to Northeast Home Restorations, siding, roofing, decks, and so much more. Give them a call today, 802-490-6397. They were nice enough to provide. Now that I've done a little digging into this, because I was like, oh, we'll just buy scaffolding for all the tracks.
Yeah.
These scaffoldings, they go thousands of dollars.
Yes.
They provided 2 complete sets that are very high at Monadnock that give us those killer shots that everyone loves.
Awesome.
Huge shout out to all of them. I can't thank you guys enough. Like, it is
Speaking of killer shots,
Amazing.
How about the guys doing the infield shots at Hudson?
Oh,
those
yes.
pitches are
Yeah,
going to be
those pitches came out
unbelievable.
awesome.
They're on the. No, you didn't have time yet, right?
No, they're uploading. This is the so
Yeah.
they take forever to upload to the
Wait
website,
till
but
you
they
see
will
the
be up there
pitches.
tonight.
That is going to be sick. Awesome shots.
Some
Bob
you see in
Hayes.
Speedway Illustrated, in my opinion. A lot of those.
Absolutely, and that wall is pretty cool.
Dude, it's awesome. Great job. Really nice.
You know what? I was a little leery on it, and it's funny because the corners are the ones that I was gonna. The straightaways I wasn't worried about. The corners, I'm like, eh. And I remember my dad. My dad's the one that puts the walls up because he's retired and he wants to. I give him
it's a
stuff to
good
do at
job
the
for
track.
you.
Your dad does a
And
good
I'm
job
looking-
with that.
And I'm looking at the corner wall going into 1, and I see the thing stuck out like this, like aiming towards the track. I go, Dad, we gotta push that in. He goes, no, that's a X amount of feet off the wall. I'm like, Dad, we gotta push it in. No, it's gonna look stupid. I go, okay. So he leaves. I fire up the loader and I just put the bucket right to the wall and I push it in.
Yeah,
I
it was
go,
about 7 o'clock Sunday
Oh, yeah.
morning.
I go, no, I'm not safe with this. So I literally pushed it in like another 5-6 feet. So now it wraps like around the X. So
So I'm pretty sure he probably noticed because as I was getting ready to leave yesterday, and the way the truck and the trailer is, your dad hits me in the arm and says, "You want to have fun? go have Ben back it out of here. I was like, uh-oh, there's obviously something. I was like, oh, do you think he would mind? Because you probably bet out the trailer. He's like, do you like your trailer? Then probably don't have him back it out.
No, Ben could back it
Oh, he was just trying to wind. He was trying to wind you up.
He should back up a trailer because one time.
Oh, he refused to. He was like, nope, see you later, gotta go.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, no, he can't back up a trailer.
We did read. Someone said, what about the Claremont top cars? We did read those. Give them
you
to
did.
you
You read
again
them.
one more time, just in case you messed them.
Because Colton's leading the 2 tracks.
Pure Stocks, Colton Martin +8, John Thibodeau in the 6 shooters +5, Guy Karen in the Outlaws +2, late models, Chris Riendo +11, modifieds, Joey Jarvis +8.
I'm sorry. When Riendo went full wide off of 4, I just go, is this for real? I'm like, someone's gonna hit the wall soon. Nope. He just went right on the outside, went right by everybody. I go,
No fear. I love that.
Wow.
Good for him.
That was a great race
dude,
yesterday.
I literally went up to him. I go, wow, you really don't care, do you? He's like, why? I go, 4 wide. He goes, I want that plaque. I want that plaque. I'm like, holy crap.
He went home with it.
I'm like, it's a piece of wood.
That's all
Don't they know if you just go places, they give you them?
That's it. Yeah, that's a nice one, too.
That is a really nice
It is a
trophy.
really nice trophy.
The blue masking tape makes that's just an extra.
Well, if you're looking for trophies, you can go see Facebookless Jeff. He'll design all your trophies for you.
Yeah,
exactly.
All
It is.
tracks.
We got to get him hooked up with Steve Perry. They could
know,
maybe
right?
we'd be able to do
Imagine that.
mainly Trophy South down here in New
Mainly
Hampshire.
trophies. So,
He's onto something there.
Yeah.
He's got some good eyes over there, that's for sure. Other than that, just want to give a quick reminder. This Friday, guys, we have Lee USA Speedway NASCAR Weekly Racing Series. Pits open 3 p.m. Gates at 4:30. Hot laps at 5. Racing starts at 7. We have the Open Pro Stocks, the Rodfather Pro Stocks, the Original Wheelman Late Models, the Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 6 Shooters, the MLM Diagnostic Service Pure Stocks, and the Star Tour will be gracing us with their presence. I love seeing all those old cars out there. I got to say, it's super cool and a nice
There's definitely
throwback.
different because you see some of the cars that's like they actually race that.
Right?
Oh, yeah. They didn't care about safety
No,
back
no,
then.
it was more
Not
like-
at all.
Can this get me to the front? Yes, I don't care.
Which part about the safety do you think? The single lap belt or the leather helmet? Like, I'm not quite sure what they were thinking back in
How
those
about the
days.
square roll cage tubing?
Oh, crazy.
Let's duct tape this tube to that one.
Yeah. Holy crap.
What position did Kevin finish yesterday?
Towards the back.
I can tell you all of that and more is found out. If you guys
DNF'd.
do not know,
We DNF'd.
all you have to do is go to Hudson Speedway NH, and it has up to the minutes points and finishes from the event. So you just go,
Yes.
click schedule. I'm going to pull it up right now for you right here.
did
We're going
you
to look at
finish?
the
Do you know?
results.
I DNF'd. We didn't finish.
Yeah, but yeah.
He
I
still
don't
gets a
know.
finishing
Place somewhere.
position.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It,
We're going to give you one.
it wasn't on a good one.
You
It doesn't
finished 19th. You have a -5 for yesterday.
Oh.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
she should. We come off 4s. This is like any racer out there. This is the worst case scenario. You just run along, you're driving, you're hammering off the corner. You come off 4, you get up to the wall, and all of a sudden the thing just goes, wah. And you're waiting for it.
The hard
You're
charger
waiting. And
from
I got it.
the hard charger from yesterday in the late model division is Matt Sonhalter. He's a +11 in yesterday's
He was
race.
on the move. He was on the move.
I probably made
I
him.
love being able to have all these stats. Like this stuff is
I
awesome.
probably made Mr. Sonhalter so frustrated in the heat race because I had to stop that thing in the corner, and he was way too kind to me because I would have just drove me off into the Litchfield because man, I was stopping in the corners and that poor guy was stuck behind me.
He's a big impact on the show, even when he's not on the show.
Kevin.
You know,
Hudson has rich
Bob
runners.
has a lot of cojones here for a guy that will not run a V8 car.
Someone's getting a nickname.
Oh, boy.
I see he's getting a nickname.
Yep, sorry.
Oh, God.
What?
Starting Park Brown.
Showstopper. I thought we were close, man. What's
You,
going
you
on?
got to make his next shipment of original
No, I'm
Wheelman
not.
shirts
I
over.
don't race, man. You can't do that.
Aaron
I'm
Fellows
I'm a
yesterday
spectator.
was the hard charger in the modifieds. He's a +3.
Nice.
Gonna scroll down here a little bit more. Oh, you guys in the so yesterday, Steve Miller Sr. yesterday with the 6 shooters +1, and then the pure stocks yesterday. Let's see, Chris Conroy +2.
Nice.
I love having all this
Sweet.
information here.
It really, the technology nowadays with this racing is fantastic. And I mean, I always say this, I'm the big advocate, but you guys did a great job. I watched some of the replays. I know there was a lot of, whining and crying. I wanted to see some of what the whining and the crying was about, but I'll tell you, what a great job you guys did again. Awesome job.
We're having some fun. That's
awesome
for sure. We did narrow down the issue yesterday a little bit. So the one cool thing about technology, we're talking about NHSTRA Vision. Some people had a couple issues watching yesterday. They were getting buffering and stuff like that. So we contacted the company. We contacted everything. So I know right off the bat when someone says there's an issue because I'm not playing off of my system on the monitor that's in there. I'm actually watching the stream.
What people are watching.
Yeah, so that way I can keep looking because it's a minute and a half behind. So it will let me see.
A minute and a half.
I have it.
Wow.
I have it
I didn't know
set that way. That way, the reason is so there is none of that buffering.
Gotcha.
So if there's problems, it catches it before it goes out and tries to catch up. So it acts almost as like a DVR, is how it works. So I'm watching the stream the whole time, checking to see what's going on, and it was running fine on our monitor. And then, so the first person I will always text is Harmon because he watches everything, and he's the most honest guy in the world. He's like, it's working fine.
Yeah.
So after I contacted the company today, they pulled the logs, and I asked people to tell me who was having issues. Everybody who had an issue yesterday, send me a message. And what I did was once I verified you did buy it, because some people will say they did and didn't, I will verify you buy it. Then I'll take the replay from yesterday's event and I'll put it into your account free of charge. So if you did have a hard time watching it and you are a pay-per-view, I will give you the event replay absolutely free. So just reach out to me. I'll put it in there and you guys will be all set and you guys will have that. So we've isolated it to Sullivan County Androids. So there was some sort of server issue that was going on in the Claremont area and it only really affected Android phones.
You figured it out down to that.
Yes, well, you can, because once
crazy.
you have the names,
Yeah.
you can go in and they can look and say, this person. So what we're running into a lot of the problems where people who are casting their Android to their TV and the app on the TV is either out of date, not up to date.
Okay.
But with an iPhone, it doesn't affect. iPhones just play.
Yeah.
The Android, for some reason, there's some sort of handshake. I don't understand that kind of stuff. It's some sort
Trust
of
me.
handshake issue that goes on.
I can't. NHSTRA Vision will not work on my phone. Period.
I'll have to figure something out for you.
No. It's called get an iPhone. I've got.
Yeah.
This is the final straw. Actually, has the app been approved yet?
The app is out. We're all watching it yesterday on the app.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
Well, because I remember last time I talked to you, it was literally, hey, the app's here, and then if you want to do another app, it was like $10,000. I'm like, yeah, we'll just stick with Apple right now.
I think if we ever do another app, we'll do the Roku app. Because that everybody has that on their devices.
Yes. Every
the
TV
Roku
app
app
is
is a little bit cheaper too.
Is it really?
Yes.
Most likely we'll see how NHSTRA Vision does at the end of the year.
Yep.
And we'll just literally take whatever's in the bank for that, and we'll just do apps for it. So
Yeah, absolutely. Because
this isn't obviously a one-time deal. Like, oh, hey, we had some fun, but we're done. No, we're gonna keep going.
I
with this.
hope Ben doesn't say, "Hey, Mark, we had some fun. Enjoy this year." That would be
What's
really
wrong
crappy.
with the iPhone? Look at this.
Let's see, iPhone.
Ben, you don't want to go to the dark side.
Your boobies are staring at me.
All right, do you have?
What's wrong
do you
with
have
the
an
iPhone?
iPhone? Absolutely
No,
not.
she
She
has
says.
Android.
Why not?
I honestly, I've had Android for a long time, but I've always had I've having more and more problems with it. I might just go over the dark side.
Facebook list Jeff
baby.
just said that Android sucks. That's what he just texted me.
Dude, and he knows everything.
Would he text you?
Why question him?
Would he email you on his computer?
Yeah.
No, he's got iPhone.
He sent it on his pager.
I don't know what happened with Jeff and yours conversation, because that is funny when he showed me that where he thought he was texting you, but he was actually texting some other guy.
So Jeff was trying to text me about going on a fishing trip, and he was texting my phone number, but it wasn't going to me. And Mark was there. Mark's obviously a very smart redneck, so he was looking at the phone saying, "Yeah, that's Kevin's number." So I texted Jeff, and it came in on a separate text.
It did come in on the normal one, and the one that was coming in on Jeff's phone was green, which meant it was coming from an Android.
And then someone replying saying it wasn't me.
Somebody had a conversation with him.
Yes.
Cool. See you Friday. This sounds good. Then all of a sudden, the next
wasn't me?
day, it was like, I don't think I know you, but enjoy your fishing trip. And I was like, what is going on here? And Jeff's looking at me going, you're confused. Think about how I was when Kevin didn't show up to the fishing trip.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
I look like an ass.
How was your feeling after yesterday, old timer Kevo? That's what Mr. Beecher wants to know.
I'll tell you, I felt good. I said this multiple times. I felt like I took a last place card and did something with it. I felt like we would have finished. We would have been inside the top 10. I don't know where, but I look forward to going back. Mr. Beecher.
Justin was on another zip code.
Yeah, he was. He was good. Justin's always good there.
Yep, absolutely.
That's the problem. With that being said, these guys are good. You know, that's a real competitive division. There was a lot of fast cars there yesterday. I mean, there was 14 8s being turned. Those fast cars. So I mean, it's a competitive division.
What was it? 21 were signed in yesterday.
Yeah, 21
And
cars.
big shout out to Bumpy's Auto and Catco putting up the extra money. That was awesome.
Yeah, those guys, they do a lot for racing. So hats
they
off
do.
to them. You know,
21 is a lot.
spend your money there.
Yeah.
But it's nothing compared to the amount of late models that are going to be rolling into Hudson Speedway this coming Sunday.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Don't-
Jesus?
no,
Yeah, right?
Life is good,
Life
baby.
is good.
Where are you going to put them all?
We got
I'm
plenty
parked him
of
with
room. You
Oscar
don't
in the
worry
infield,
about it.
baby.
There
I
you
already
go.
called it.
Yeah,
you go.
You know what happened when he parked out there, right? Because I told him to park on the grass. He sunk. Because it was so.
We just got to go out there and feel it out.
No, literally, because I actually mowed the field there today.
It looks good.
So I mowed it. And now bear in mind, it's just a regular run-on lawnmower, and the back end of my tractor's going like this. I go, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit!
No
I raised
way,
the deck and I put a full throttle.
Are you talking about the one that's up in the building up top? That's not a regular. That's a heavy mower.
Okay, it's an upgraded homeowner's.
That's back when mowers were mowers. Those things are
That's like a
awesome.
91.
Yeah, those things are amazing. So before we get into there, let's go ahead and jump right into the results from this weekend at Hudson. The MLM Diagnostic Service Pure Stocks, Colton Martin coming home with a win, followed by Nolan McClay and Chris Davis.
How does he find? I'm sorry, Colton Martin has got to be the most patient driver I've ever seen. Seriously, he's just hangs up back. Two guys get wet. He goes ran around. It's like I'd be get out of the way.
So if you watch Days of Thunder, it was explained very clearly. Basically, Colton doesn't push the car.
Yeah.
He waits for things to develop in front of him and smooth. He's a smooth driver.
Yeah, I
smooth
can't
is
do
fast.
that. Yeah.
He
can't
is
do
in the
that.
He's
right
gonna
place
do well. He's
at
gonna
the
do
right
really,
time.
really well.
Yeah.
You can't fault him. And if he went out there and drove like an a-hole, his dad would just
And he's
take him right out of
such
the
a
car.
and he's such a nice kid. He really is. Very, very, very.
And that
nice
shirt that they post him wearing every single time on his race review is the best. So if you guys haven't, go look at Martin Family Racing. You get to see Colton wearing his amazing shirt in the trailer, which he opens up like Superman. It's one of the best pictures ever. If I wore that shirt, it would just be creepy. By the way, new shirt.
I think he's awesome.
I have my Hulkamania shirt
That's
on, so I'm
awesome.
super excited. It
That's
came in the
badass.
mail. Granite State Gun Range 6-shooters, Michael Yetton, followed by Steve Miller Jr. and Steve Miller Sr. I got to say, these three competitors, I got to give it to all the competitors in the 6-shooter division. These three are going to fight tooth and nail for championships at every single one of these tracks because they're running all the tracks and they all are running very, very successful at all of them. These three have been in most
I'm waiting
victory
for
lanes.
Steve Miller Jr. to win because I think the last time he had an interview was at Claremont.
That was
And
phenomenal.
It was hilarious.
Yeah,
and I'm
he is
like,
funny.
Steve, please win. Just please win. I want to hear you. I wanna hear you
That's
at
from an
Hudson.
actual. I didn't realize it. It's from a movie.
Yeah, it's from Days of
Ricky
Thunder.
Bobby.
It's from Talladega
Talladega
Nights.
Nights, and I didn't realize it, and it was phenomenal. It just made my day. The only better victory lane was when, and you were part of it, which makes me upset that you didn't catch on to what he was doing when Helliwell was like, "Congratulations, George," and he's like,
no.
What are you?
If you look at the video, George winks like, watch this.
"Oh yeah,
Yeah.
You could tell it caught you off guard.
It
like you
did. I
forgot
didn't
that we were
expect
doing
it.
that.
Yeah, I didn't expect it.
The worst part is when he went out after and was like, I got to apologize. I got carried away and I was doing this fun thing that nobody really understood. But that was my favorite one of them all. Moving on to the Northeast Auto Import late models, Jeff Rollins, followed by Justin Beecher and the aforementioned Chris the Weasel Riando. I'm hoping Weasel makes the trek down a lot more. When he goes there, he's excited.
Fast.
Fun.
He's
He did-
fast.
he
He had
did
a
a great
good time.
job.
I talked to him afterwards, and he enjoyed it down there. And it was a last minute thing. About 10 a.m., he was on his way down, so it was
him.
last minute.
I made an executive decision when I went ahead and punched this one up because right now, as people know, we rename the divisions as we get sponsors. So it used to be called the NHSTRA late models. Now they're the Northeast Auto Import late models. If you guys have a business out there, like Mr. Downtown Kevin Brown sponsors the late models up at Lee USA Speedway. They are the original Wheelman late models. Until that happens, I now dub the NHSTRA Vision Modifieds. Because there's nobody else there.
There you go. There you go.
So Jesse Jacobatis getting his win. Oh, what a redemption that was after the week, not the week before the race before.
That's an old chassis car, I believe.
He was gone.
Yeah.
That car was gone.
He's got something figured out.
Oh, yeah.
Such a good kid, too.
And I think Russ was there working with him. So those guys, they got something figured out. Good for them.
Yeah.
Followed by Jeff Rollins and Tyler Leary. Guys, go back online if you are a NHSTRA Vision member. Watch that race. The backside of Tyler Leary's car, the fact that he even finished that race was phenomenal. There was no left rear quarter of that car left.
Zelensky drove up on, they just
right over the top of it.
Boom.
Came right up on top of it, and I was just like, oh, that car's done for. Nope.
Yeah.
Finished
Kept on
third.
trucking. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
This Sunday, we have the Mighty Mike Memorial Battle for the Belt late models, guys. This is the race that we have been talking about all season long. Cannot wait for this race because last year we had how many on site?
36, I believe. 35, 36.
And we got the great name B. Main Brown out of it.
Yeah.
So
Yes, we did.
we might get
I might be in the beer tent drinking.
you might get
If I go
hot,
like I did yesterday, I ain't gonna be in the race.
hot laps Brown over there.
Me and Kevin.
See me upstairs in the beer tent.
See me at the beer garden.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the Black Flag Tavern up there, that place was pumping this weekend. You guys, a lot of people I don't think still realize that there is a tavern up there now.
They're figuring it out slowly but surely.
It's like tucked in the corner, like a little hideaway.
It turned out to be a great day too.
You
The
know
weather
that's where
started
the
out
shade's
a
gonna
little
be,
shaky.
Yeah, it did
Why did
start
I
out a
put
little
that?
shaky at the beginning.
Yeah, but it turned out to be a beautiful day. Really, the weather was nice.
If you want to see the beer garden up close, follow Jimmy D on Facebook because he live streams from the beer garden, giving beer reviews and people reviews and reviews of the grass and the seating, and it's hilarious to watch. And I just crack
I
myself
heard he
up.
got everyone all riled up at in the beer garden at Hudson a couple times.
Yeah, they were. They live stream, and he's like, "Hey, everybody!" He had them doing chants and all this stuff in the beer garden. It's
funny.
absolutely
Jimmy D's a riot.
hilarious. So this weekend on Sunday we have the NHSTRA. Sorry, I got to update that online because it's still not updated. The Northeast Auto Import late models, the Black Flag Podcast Ridge Runners. Are you going to be out there this weekend? Callie is going to increase.
She is.
Her net plus minus for the year. Do you guys? I asked you guys. Do you guys like that? Is that something cool that you guys like out there seeing on the show to see who's moving and shaking throughout the season? Because if so, I'll come up with a couple more cool stats to
Actually,
come out
I need that for next week. We got a hot shot.
Super easy to figure out.
Oh, yeah.
I'll show you how to do it. We have the MLM Diagnostic Service Pure Stocks, the New England Dwarf Cars, and the New England Pro Mini Cup Tour in action.
And that is also the Lorraine Pod 25 Season 2.
Excellent. The Lorraine Pard 25 Season 2.
Yep.
So I love when announcers come up with cool nicknames for people because it's one of those things like you go back to my childhood, you have all the ones from the Goshen Ghost. You have all those cool nicknames. Colton got one not too long ago from John Espinette. That's the Claremont Spartan Colton Martin. I actually kind of like it. The one that is not liked right now, and John doesn't get a lot of complaints, I turn around and Mike Marshall's standing next to me. I was like, "What's up, Mike?" He's like, "I got to speak to that guy right there."
Oh, I heard it. I forget what it was.
And
Martial law.
Martial law. He's like, "My guys don't like that." And I was like, "You realize that nicknames aren't something that you choose, right?"
Yeah.
Call him Lawrence.
I did come up with that. I said call him Lawrence Mass.
Michael Lawrence Marshall.
And he said, "You realize my house is really close, and you will regret when I go there and grab items and come back and talk to you." And I was like, "You're right. You're right." So martial law is out. So we need help with a new nickname for Mike Lawrence Marshall.
How about the marshmallow?
I was just supposed to say the
Marshmallow.
Mike,
the
you should have stuck. You should have
Marshall.
stuck with martial law
Mike
because
the
the
Marshmallow.
Mikey
marshmallow.
Marshmallow Marshall.
Mike the Marshmallow Marshall.
Mike Marshmallow. I can't unhear it now.
Or Mike the Marshmallow Man Marshall.
The Marshmallow Man.
Oh my God, we can put his face on the Marshmallow Man on the side of the car.
The Stave Puff guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Mike.
Hey,
How are we gonna get him a hat?
easy on a
With
guy
the-
that
with the- with the-
sponsors.
with the little
You don't
blue
sponsor
ribbon?
over at Hudson.
You're right, I don't. Listen, I'm getting heat. I don't blame him.
I love this. Let's keep in mind though, Mike does sponsor
How about
racing
this? How about this?
everywhere.
Give me in the spot.
Yeah,
Well,
that Mike, I'm sticking up for you. You leave him alone. I'll take him out.
Mike Marshall just wrote, Kevin, that's from the early 2000s, not original.
Oh.
Well, it just works for you, buddy. I mean, what do you take it or leave it? Listen, Mike, if you got a better one, you're more than welcome to put it in the chat. That would definitely help.
Yeah, I don't know what would be a good name.
Oh.
Middle of the pack, Mike Marshall. I don't know.
I'm going to be
Mid-pack,
nice.
Mid-pack, Mike Marshall.
Oh, this is getting
we
worse. He wrote, Joey, leave it.
Leave it.
Yeah,
Okay.
leave
Leave
it.
it. Martial law, it is.
Yeah.
What's the matter? You didn't like any of the other ones we came up with? What, Mid-pack Mike or Marshmallow Man? Those don't work for you?
How about Mike Lawrence, Massachusetts?
He sends me a
Marshall?
picture of his bare chest, and he goes, "This is a race car being born."
I did pass cars on the outside, as a matter of fact. We just didn't finish the race. We broke. Car just shut. Come off forward, the car shut off.
I would rather be
Shut it
mid-pack Mike than back marker Brown.
That's true. Back of the pack, Brown.
All right, Monadnock Speedway this Saturday night, pure stock shootout, guys. 50 laps coming into action. We have the NHSTRA modifieds, the mini stock, pure stocks, Young Guns, Pro 4 modifieds, Nell Car, and the Bandoleros. I gotta say, the Young Guns over at Monadnock, they have really struck on something that's working. That division is growing, and they're very, very competitive. Watching, I wish I could, 97, I believe it's Adrian Smith, I think it is. He's in the other, it must be Craig Smith's kid, not this Craig Smith, the other Craig Smith, because it's in that 97 pure stock from last year, so it's got to be the same kid. That kid needs to be put into a modified stat. He flies outside, inside. He can put that car anywhere and it sticks. And I like in his interview, because I've been cutting the interviews up and putting them online too from the broadcast. And Randy walks up to him and says, 2 wins and 2 starts. How does that feel? He's like, pretty cool, considering I've never even sat in a race car before. And I was like, this is awesome. Like, what better way to come out and just tear it up? Like, that's what I like to see. And those kids are really giving it a go over there. And that division is growing. They just had, I believe it's Aaliyah moved up to the pure stocks this year out of that division. Colton Martin's a graduate of that division. Cole Littlewood's a graduate of that division. That division has really brought out a lot of people who are now upper level drivers who are very, very competitive. I should have went that division. I may have been able to.
You probably still should go in that division.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure Adrian Smith would beat me now if I went out. If I could take his card, he could take the slowest card. He would probably
Emily
still
said
win.
JD Stockwell as well.
Got a picture of the 4 wide. Haha. Yeah, JD Stockwell is one of those two. He's going to start downtown daddy daycare when he hangs up his helmet.
Oh.
You mean when he throws his helmet?
That's in full effect. Kids are out of school. They're going to work starting tomorrow. Kidding me? We're going to put that child slave labor to test.
I could see Maisie on a job site right now. You going to need that backed in and over here now.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you got, Daddy? Who do you got on our swimming pool?
I'd be in a bulldozer up in the hill, and I see her in the window waving at me. I'm thinking like she's dying or something, or she's got to go to the bathroom. I come down. There's a bug in the car. I'm like, what do you want me to just swat it away? It's a mosquito or fly. Yeah, it's not fun. Daddy daycare is like, we're going out of business. Yeah.
Oh, come on. You're just starting.
I will take. Listen, I'd rather have her there than Bob. I will take her over Bob.
Well, we're looking for a babysitter when this one's born.
He's going to work with you.
Yeah.
No?
What? What?
Yeah, with him. That's what I meant with him.
All right.
That kid is
Benny
gonna learn,
daycare.
that kid is gonna learn every curse word on the planet. Are you sure, hun?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, the kid's coming with me.
Kids
then.
come with me.
Come
Exactly.
with me then.
Oh,
Your mom is sitting at home right now going, yes, bring him to work every single day.
Oh, trust me.
yeah.
My father is like over the moon with it. And my mother is like, oh, well, I bought this. I'm like, Ma, we like, the kid's not even out yet. You know, just hold off.
They're pumped up. They are
Your
very
mom is
pumped up.
awesome though, because I go in and I'll hang out. If it's any time around lunchtime, she'll be like, "You hungry, Mark? What would you like to eat? Do you need a menu? Do you want a soda?"
God, dude, that's awesome.
I'm like, I love Ben's mom. She's amazing. She's like, and I went in the other day and I was joking and I was like, "Oh, I missed lunch." She's like, "I can order it for you right now. What do you want?"
Dude, really?
And I'm like, this is what I needed in my life. I would say to my mom back when I was a kid, "I'm hungry." She's like, "Kitchen's closed."
Yep, exactly.
I'm like, "Wait, what?"
We ate 3 hours ago. You eat tomorrow.
Anybody who knows my mom knows that's a pretty spot on.
And anybody who knows Mark, that's the last thing you want to say to Mark. He needs to Mark.
Oh, absolutely. No food. No food.
Hungry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hungry Mark.
He even gets his own sandwich. You kidding me?
I come into the office
You know what?
and Christy grabs the candy jar.
That says, "Do not feed the media guy."
Yeah, exactly.
Christy
Yep.
grabs the
need
candy
him for
jar and
another
hides it
season.
as they walk in. So, Monadnock Speedway this Saturday night, adult general admission $15. And we have pits opening at 2 p.m. Gates at 3:30, hot laps at 3:30, racing starts at 6 p.m. All of these races, I want to take a minute to do this because these scammers and spam people are horrible. The only place you will ever see a NHSTRA event is for pay is on NHSTRA Vision. We will literally post one thing, and then you got 50 people. Sports site today. Click here for live. These people's names you can't pronounce. Do not click those. Those are spam. They will end up. When people always say, "I don't know how my Facebook got hacked," like in a sense, this is how, guys, because you guys click links you shouldn't.
Yep.
And I do want to make note of 6/30/2023 NASCAR Weekly Racing Series, Claremont Motorsports Park, the Cody LaFont Memorial, when we have fireworks and the mini cups there as well. So in action, we have the R.E. Hinckley late models, the State Farm Outlaws, Avery Insurance 6-shooters, the La Valley Building Supply Pure Stocks, and the New England Pro Mini Cup Tour. If you haven't been to one of the Cody LaFont races, it is definitely some of the best pure stocks that are out. They all come to support this, and it's
Great race.
It's a fun race, and the format for it is really cool.
Wasn't there like 40 of them there last time?
Yes.
Yes,
So
there was.
It was
They
like
pack them in.
it was like almost 50 cars. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Will there be 20 Bob stocks? Oop, let me.
Bob Stocks. I think it fell on the ground. Oh, never mind. I lied.
Go play by play. Mark's picking out of the garbage.
Yep.
Oh, Bob, are you in chat still? Yep, the Bob stocks are racing. Are you going to be in action, and will there be 20, and will Bob be doubling the purse?
The Bob Stocks.
I pull Randy aside, and I said, that guy right there, his name's Bob Williams. We call him the Bob stocks, and that's what this division's called. And he's like looking at me, and he's like, I have no clue what you're saying. I'm like, just call him
Yes, yes, and yes. according to
Bob from the Bob stocks. And he did all night long. He did not. Bob says yes, yes, and yes. If there is more than 20 Bob stocks, Bob is going to, let me make sure I get this right. Bob's going to double the purse for the winner.
Really?
Yeah.
And
That's
I mean,
a cool one.
people say, oh, I don't come out because the purse is low. Bob will double the purse.
Yep.
Let's get out there. Let's show that there's still mini stocks. Remember when we put them at Monadnock and said we're going to let them grow? This is what we're doing. Let's get 20 of them here. Actually, I want 24 of them here.
Yeah, Bob's a huge supporter of the division, and like I said, if he's putting his money on the line, he's putting his name on the line. You know, let's and 100 for every car after 22 as well. Good for you, Bob.
Ooh.
That's a good man right there.
Hey, Bob, you want to keep our bet going? Another 20? I'm going to say you get less than 18. I want another 20 out of you.
How many did don't, because they were close last time they raced.
Yeah, they were.
I'm going to tell you
He's
right
giving-
now.
He's giving him a chance to get his money
I
back.
won money. Yeah, that's
you-
right. I'm
giving
trying
him
to
a chance to get his money back.
yeah.
That's all.
All right, hold on. I'm going to pull this up because now I want to see. Because I thought there was 8. I don't want to say incorrectly. I thought there was close to 17 or 18 of them last
And they're out there. They could definitely hit that 20.
I mean, we watched the show down at on the Clear show there, Freedom Factory show.
killed
They're
it.
out there. There's tons of them.
Yeah, there are.
Have you seen those ones down there?
Yeah, those aren't necessarily. Those things are pro stocks.
Those are
Just missing a few cylinders.
full-blown
Yeah.
pro stocks with 4 cylinders
Yes.
Yeah,
Those
pretty
things are
cool.
ridiculous.
in them. One of Richard Childress's mechanics built a car. He's
Yeah.
the one that pretty much stomped the field.
Yep.
Jesus.
There was 16 of them last race.
16. That's pretty good.
Did you have 20 plus Bob stocks Sunday at Hudson? We do not run Bob stocks at Hudson.
Bob stocks.
I can't believe he's going to give 100 for every car after
That's
20.
awesome.
Good for him.
That's
There's your
wicked
money right
cool.
there, guys. There is your money. Come on out, support that track, support that division, and make it grow.
I want to see that division grow.
I say, let's just put, if Bob wins this race, I say we get him in here. We have him recreate the.
No, because he's already doesn't shut up. If he wins, we might as well just unplug his microphone. What is the
sick
point?
that night.
Yeah, seriously, same here. No, we don't want to see Bob here when he
All right,
wins.
so I get
Thank God he doesn't win. We're good.
it is so polarizing.
Oh, look at that.
Look, if he wins, money goes to second.
Big if.
Big if. And so Bob is polarizing. He really is.
Yes, he
because
is.
I
Bob's
will.
a lot of fun.
Bob will be
He
on the
is.
show, and I will be getting private messages. Get this guy off the show. He loves him, and that's all he talks about. And then the next text will come through and say, "This guy is hilarious. Can we just have him on the show
Yeah,
all
he's
the
good.
time?"
He is
He's
good.
good.
He's awesome.
He's a good dude.
So it's so polarizing.
And he really is. I mean, he is such a supporter for those things, and he really does a lot of work on a lot of these cars for not making a lot of money. And he really, I really want you to lose this bet. I really want to see him get that 20 plus cars.
Oh, look at that! Now Harmon said we're going to get 20 dwarfs Sunday. You guys get quite a big
Yeah.
field.
Yeah.
I got to give a shout out to Rodman. He's really coming in and liking that division. I was
loves
talking
it,
to him
loves it.
yesterday.
Well, he goes. He comes up to me and goes, "Well, I know why I'm not doing so well." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Well, my frame is snapped." I'm like, "What do you mean your frame is snapped?" Well, one of the cross members snapped right off, so it's just
No
kind of
way.
sitting there.
Sorry, I sat in your car. It wasn't my fault.
Hey, Mark, someone just asked a good question. What is the time for Sunday?
See, I do this thing where I rip it up when I'm done talking, so I'm actually piecing this over.
Changes, right?
Yes, it did.
Time changes. So, what time?
Gates
pitch
at
Practice.
pit gates at 2 p.m. Stands at. Oh, these are wrong times.
I
Hold
can
on.
give it to you.
They're on the
It
website.
should be 2.
Pit gates open up at 2.
2.
Grandstands at 3. Practices
That's at
at
4.
4.
Races
First
at
race 5:15.
Yep, I do have them all online. The Hudson Speedway NH. So we have updated all the websites for all the tracks. They're all on the My Race Pass websites. Everything, and I'm not criticizing, I'm not complaining. Every single thing that I get asked every single day is all on the website. What are you racing this weekend? What divisions are racing? What time? What's the payout? What's this? What's that? Who's racing? Every single thing that you guys ask is on the websites for the respective tracks. Hudson Speedway NH will show you right there when all the gates open. I do see a typo. I'm going to fix that as soon as I get off the show because I have really fat fingers, and if I try to do it now, I'll end up probably stopping the show by mistake. So
The dwarf cars, I know Stu McCormick's coming back. He's driving my 36 car I have.
Oh, no kidding.
nice.
Yeah, so that was actually his car originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I can't fit in because I'm too fat. But he fits in it. And he goes, "Oh yeah, no. When we're done, we're gonna move this bar and make it so that someone else. He's gonna put a for sale sign on it for me. It's still my car. He's gonna run it just to get more cars in. I might have someone driving one of my other cars as well. I'm just trying to build that division up.
Good for you.
It's growing.
You are.
It is.
It's
Yeah.
growing.
You're leading the charge in that one, buddy. I don't think anybody owns more dwarf cars
Yeah, I
in
know.
the area.
Dwayne Schofield probably does. He
Probably
owns
does.
a
Yeah,
lot.
that's a good
Does
one.
he really?
Yeah.
being asked about
he's got a lot.
Claremont rain date, it is still to be determined. Has not been determined at this point. Once it is,
we're
we
still
are
trying to
working
figure
on
out
it.
what day works best for everybody. So.
Scotty Blanchard says he'll drive one.
No.
That was a quick no, Ben. That was like really fast.
Everybody wants to drive.
First off, everyone wants to drive one. They're not. Everyone's like, "Oh, that's an entry level division." No, it is not. I'm sorry, but when I drove one. I drove Jay Townsend's for the first time. That was years ago, and
Lorraine also said no.
I tell you right now, if you don't know how to drive a rear wheel drive or something with a really, 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 really small wheelbase, you're gonna loop it hard.
Go kart on steroids.
Oh no, honestly, if a go kart and a modified had a kid,
Yep.
and that's what it is, because it's like you're on the edge all the time, and it is cool. It's awesome.
Those, I looked at it the same way. You see them, you look, it's a big go-kart. That's what you see. And now when you get out there
they're
and watch
fast.
them on the track, I
Yeah,
remember
they're moving.
standing right at the end of the straightaway at Hudson, and they carry a lot of speed at
Yes,
Hudson.
they do.
Yeah.
And right when they get to let off and hit that corner, and I remember
Let
I was standing
off?
next to Ben.
No, they don't let off.
And
They
I looked
just-
at you and I
they
went,
the throttle and get back on it.
It's
I
crazy.
am not
It's
ever
insane.
getting in one of those.
No.
By the way, so if you haven't been down into the pits at Hudson, the registration trailer is now moved and set back off to the side, and there is a brand spanking new pad that's kind of there. Ben, what is that all about?
So we got rid of the food trailer down the pits because it needed so much work, and honestly, we couldn't find enough people to staff it. So we just said we got rid of it. I mean, I still have it, but we just decided not to put it back. We moved the registration trailer where the food trailer was, and where that pad is going to be for pit bleachers.
It's pretty awesome. Like you do not. That's one of the things I like about Hudson. People that came or saw it online noticed there is now an infield wall.
Yeah.
Which is super cool. What's the deal with tech? Anything on tech yet?
So tech is no longer in the pits; it's in the infield on pretty much like a concrete pad. It's all there now. We pretty much moved everything from yesterday. We literally picked the whole thing up, moved it out there. We got to re-level it and put it out there and all that stuff. So
Dakota DeCourcy said it was a great show on Sunday. Thank you for letting me throw the green flag.
no problem.
Dakota, there's no one else that should have been throwing that green flag other than you, my friend. So.
All right, so I know you say you hate people offering to drive one.
Yeah. Okay.
Chris Riendo just said, "Put me in, coach. I'll shoe one." I would love to see him in one of those.
I got a car for him. If he really wants to, I'll give him one.
All right, Weasel, you hear that right there. You want to go out in one?
Yeah. I don't have Facebook anymore, but I'm pretty sure he has my number.
Hit up one of us down here, and we will put this
I'll
together.
Stick him in. I have a Texas car that thing's insane. He could probably wheel that thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
He's a whale man.
Those cars are pretty awesome.
Dude, they're nuts.
Bob Williams, can I drive one?
No, really, Bob? I tried to get you in one. You're like, no, I
Bob
don't wanna.
wouldn't.
It's too fast.
Deal,
Yep,
he's
just said
on.
deal. He's
That's
in.
a done deal.
Perfect. Now I got no cars left.
Is that a dream, right? Is that what you want? You want no cars? Get them out in the field.
Well, I want them in the field, so people get the hey, I want to buy this car. Or, hey, I want to buy that car that I just
Exactly.
saw.
Yep.
Whatever.
That's good. And if Chris takes that thing and wheels that thing to the front, and he has definitely the capability to do it. So
Prime example: Caveman saw Justin Harris race the car that Caveman has now up at White Mountain.
Oh, yeah.
And he's just, man, that thing's awesome. So he wanted that one, and then Harris took my other car and won at Claremont with it, and Tim Griffith bought it.
real quick, Caveman, he is doing phenomenal.
He
in those
just
things.
wrote right here,
He is
I
doing
love my
phenomenal.
dwarf car.
He is doing
The
so
thing
good
is
in them.
stupid fast.
He really is. He is transitioned really, really well over to that
You know
thing.
what? It's funny because he comes over the scales, and we had to DQ him a couple times because he was overweight on left side, and we like, hey, look, man, we'll pull it off, put it back on, pull it off, put it back on. You see he's upset, but when he comes out in the feature, he goes, I'm kind of glad you did that because now I'm literally passing so many cars trying to get up there. He goes, I'm having a blast.
Yeah, he's transitioned really well to that.
yeah.
I mean,
He
to go
loves
from a
that
street
thing.
stock to that,
He loves that
yeah,
thing.
good for him.
He just sent me a message, Chris, to send me the schedule. I'll see what works. Well, where are they this weekend?
Hudson Speedway.
Hudson Speedway.
Hudson
Where
Speedway.
is Chris Riendo going to be this weekend?
Hudson Speedway. We hope.
I think you're going to be at the Mighty Mike show, aren't you?
Well, the Texas car needs a little bit of setup work. It's
All right. Harris, where are
you
you?
can come look at it, Chris.
Yeah,
But
come look
on.
at it,
You
Chris.
come
If
look at
anything,
it.
if anything, it'd be one of those things you take it to your shop, do
Oh
whatever
my
stuff
God, I
you need
just
to
saw
do.
what Bob just wrote.
Oh God, what?
He just wants to beat fingers.
I saw that.
Oh, who's this chick who just said she wants to play? Jess, who's this? I most definitely need to try a dwarf car, Benjamin. Oh, it's Jess. Hey, what's up?
Yeah, see, I have these two that want to race everything. So no. Here. Let me tell you the situation I'm in right now. I bought a Ridge Runner for this lovely lady here, right?
Yep.
I decided to knock her up.
Yes, I was going to say this is not her fault.
So
His pullout game was weak.
Yeah, my pullout game's horrible. So now she can't race. I stick giggles in the thing.
Giggles.
Oh no, she won't stop giggling when she keeps going. It's funny. She gets in it, practices it, rips the nose off. And it's like, can we go back out
Right
again?
on. That's how you do it.
Okay, so
Right?
we
Good for
patch
you.
it up a little bit. Now she doesn't want to get out of the car.
for her.
Now the other one is mad because she lost her ride. So now at my shop, I have a busted ass Trans Am sitting there.
We saw it. She posted it on
Oh,
Facebook.
yeah. Now that's her new car, of course, at my expense. So now I gotta get that one ready for her when the baby pops out. And trust me, by the time that kid's probably five, it's going to be, Daddy, I want to race.
Does he know he's talking to a guy with a house full of women? You don't need to tell me how
Yes.
expensive it is, first and foremost. It is expensive.
All right,
So
hold
you
on.
let me,
No,
I
hey,
advise
hey,
you on how
hey,
expensive
at
this
least-
would be.
At least they don't want to race.
Look, we
At
could
least
have
they
been
don't
this
wanna
guy.
race.
We
Fuck.
could hang out in the
Hey.
North End every freaking night, right? And have pizza,
at
pasta,
least-
go
at
to
least
the
they don't
game,
wanna
drink
race.
beers. We can't do that because we're not Steve
No.
Grand.
Hey,
You're damn right.
Hey, at least they don't want to race, okay? At least you don't
Neither
have...
do I. We have something in common.
All right, so
my God.
as the outside looking in, all right, let's analyze families here. Ready?
Family
Pam,
feud.
I love you, and you know this, but she's not huge into racing. She likes it because you like it, and
Yes.
it makes you happy.
Supports my.
Ben, you have a woman with a child who love racing,
I met her at Hudson.
and you also love racing. Like, okay, so they're stacking up all in your favor here. Like, this is great. My girlfriend has set foot at a track 0.0 times since I've known her. I said to her on Sunday, she had zero plans. I said to her, I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm like, hey, Hudson's got a cool race. You want to come check out what I do for work and see some racing? She's like, yeah, no, not really. I have zero interest.
Nope.
And I'm like, okay, big race at Lee on Friday night. Really cool. They have a really cool beer garden there. You should come check it out. She's like, pretty sure I'm busy. Not going there as well. I'm like, are you going to make it to any race this year? She's like, Outlook does not look good.
Pam will go to the race. She actually enjoys going. She really does. She enjoys going.
Mike
Was she there
Marshall's woman
Sunday?
owns his car. She's the car owner.
No, Father's Day. Father's
Okay.
Day, she was tied up. But she'll be there this week.
There we go.
Yeah, she'll be there on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you know what the worst part is? Is that Giggle's friend over here wants to get into it too.
Giggle's friend. Well, then you got to get Giggle's friends a car then.
I have two of them, and I got to move the seat on one of them so she could try it.
What's the other one that you have?
I have a Scion.
I don't know
Oh,
if
yes,
Giggle's
yes, yes.
friend's in, though. Because I remember the other day at the end of the races, you went, what the You looked in your back seat, and there was Reese's in your
yeah,
back
I was
seat.
so
He tweaked.
pissed. I was so
You're not in,
pissed.
Giggle.
I go, who in the hell?
Yes, that was
left
funny.
In my Jeep, my Trackhawk, that's like $100,000. I was so pissed. I'm like,
What was
You
it?
did.
It was Reese's, like the Reese's
Reese's
Pieces.
cup
Oh, the cup.
on the
Ooh,
back
yeah.
of my seat, leather seat. I'm like,
Yes.
I'd be more upset that someone didn't eat the Reese's cup, right?
Yeah, I'm like,
That's my biggest problem.
question, is it still on the seat? I'll go scrape it off.
He picked it up.
I picked it up, like, what the freaking
Oh, you lost.
I lost it.
How dare you waste the Reese's cup like that?
Yeah, I know,
It's
that
terrible.
is.
I'm going to punch you, Kevin Brown.
It's food abuse. Forget about the Trackhawk.
Yeah, like I'm devastated over the food.
Same
I would
here.
have eaten that. You,
know,
didn't eat
you
it?
know what we're going to do? I'm going to get a dunk tank, right, with you in it. I'm going to have people throw helmets at the
Dude,
thing.
so we got one for my daughter's birthday last year. They're a lot of fun. I'll tell you right now, they're a lot of fun.
No, honestly,
I'd love to
if
get
he
one at the
doesn't
track
know,
for
if he
fun.
doesn't do the Mighty Mike Lewis race, I'm going to get a dunk tank.
Why
and he's
wouldn't
gonna
I?
be
I'm
in it.
in. We already know I'm in. I just showed up last Sunday to
Yeah,
look
but,
like a
but
clown.
you're gonna be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you know, it's like 75 degrees. It's too cold. I'm just gonna go up in the big guy and drink.
Kevin's going to show up
I'll be
with
there.
a trailer full of field filler shirts, go out there and be
Fill the
mediocre,
field.
mediocre brown,
mediocre
and he's going
brown.
to sell 1 million shirts.
That's all, baby. What's wrong with that? That's a good night there. That's the way to spend a Sunday.
Let's see, I have a couple
I'm
spares.
not going to make any money racing. I got to make it somewhere, right?
Oh, you
we'll
don't
sell
make
shirts.
money racing. You go out and you have some fun.
No, there was money to be made this Sunday. Jeff
Yes.
Rollins came home with a hefty purse thanks to Bumpy's and Catco.
Yes.
You know, that was a heck of a
Well,
purse for
the
Sunday.
Bumpies one went down the line.
But did that?
It went from second to
Oh,
sixth.
all right. Well, then, perfect example. The top few guys made some money. It was
Yeah.
a good day, good payday for racing.
Harmon's onto something here. We should get a dunk tank. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can get it for Sunday, but you can make some extra money. Put some drivers up in there.
Oh yeah.
I think there's
Honestly,
some fun
that'd
stuff.
be a good one for the pro stocks. When
Oh,
the pro
yes.
stocks come to Hudson because it's still warm out, and
If we put Kyle in there, imagine the money we'd make with that.
oh my god,
Yeah, get Kyle in the dunk
Get
tank.
Kyle in the dunk
I'm
tank.
gonna say that's not gonna happen.
You never know.
Why not? He's a good guy.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh, I love the guy. I'm gonna go ahead and say that won't happen.
Well,
Trust me.
it was a thought.
I'll give it a
was
shot.
thought.
Hey, guy, you want to go to the dunk tank?
Who wants to dunk Steve Grand? That would be
go
fun.
for it.
He would
You know,
do
you
it
should
too.
do a
Hey,
poll.
knock it off.
Callie.
You should do a
Yes, he
poll
wants
of
to dunk
everyone
me.
they want to dunk.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Of anyone that, whoever has the most, that wants to dunk
Davey,
whoever.
what's the matter with you? Oh, no, we're going to dunk John Espinette. In his suit.
Oh, my God, that'd be funny.
Oh, Chris is not going to be able to be down there this weekend.
Oh, come on,
Chris.
dude.
No,
I think-
he's traveling and he has kids this weekend. He can't make it
Boom,
down.
boom,
So.
boom.
Well, I definitely think the dunk tank has legs. We can figure something cool out to do
That
for
would
that.
be fun. I think you should maybe try to get a poll for some drivers. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
would be
100%. Give it to charity. Give it to
Yeah.
something. Do something fun
That'd be
with
fun.
it.
That'd be a lot of fun to do.
Everyone is saying put Kevin Brown in the dunk tank. Kevin's
I-
one of the nicest people I know.
What
I
did
don't
do
know
to
why.
deserve that?
And we're going to do helmets. You can throw helmets.
Throw helmets.
That your helmet game is top notch.
Yeah.
Your helmet, you wouldn't throw your new one now though.
Oh my God! So I get out of the car at the end after the race. I hand it to my
Oscar.
father. He just kind of throws it upside down on the wheel. I'm like, what are you doing? Geez, Greg's probably gonna. If he saw you do that, he'd probably kill us all here. No,
The work that guy does is,
he is so
top
good.
notch.
He's had some really good ones come out lately too. I saw Adam Gray's. Adam Gray's was awesome. His was so nice.
Do you know, so this is one of the things that is prime example. I didn't really know who he was. I didn't know the helmet designs that he does.
Yeah.
He did a helmet for you, and then you posted it online at the Portland show. And I was like, oh, this is cool. Now I went over and talked to the guy who was there,
Super nice guy.
followed him on Facebook.
Yep.
So yeah, this is how it works. When people are positive and uplifting and say, hey, look at this cool thing I had done. And then it keeps growing and growing. And now I watch these helmets.
For all you drivers, he's very affordable. If you're looking to have a helmet done, because I always thought in my mind it was a ton of money, reach out to Greg Emerson. He does a fantastic job, and he's not overly priced. He's really fair.
The other thing that I stole, Callie, hand me that truck beside you. It's behind Kevin's 7% trophy.
Don't drop. No, right there. Yeah.
No,
You had it.
You had your hands on it.
No.
You got to
The
grab,
whole
yeah,
thing.
grab the whole package.
Grab it. Yeah, there you go. Huh?
Don't ruin it.
Oh yeah, Connor.
I was up in Portland, and Connor had these things out, and
Yeah. He
Look at
did.
this
He
thing.
does. Another guy who does great work.
Yep.
Who's actually hooking us up with some real Dale Earnhardt number 3s for the Mighty Mike. So we're looking forward to picking those up.
so I'm up there and I'm looking at this stuff, and every time Connor's around,
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
every time Connor's around, I always like to kind of pick his brain because he's super smart and the graphics and his ideas.
Nice,
and
really nice guy too.
his Facebook post this week that just passed with his new hauler. You guys got to go check that thing out because it's
Oh,
awesome.
yes.
Drinking the soda, smoking the cigarette, flicking the
it out
cigarette.
the window.
Oh
He's
my
got
God.
the stash going.
So perfect.
He's a riot, man.
So
He's
I get
funny.
talking to him up there, and I'm looking. I'm like, "Oh, that's a really cool wheelman trailer." He's like, "Yeah, I had one that came in that the box was destroyed on." And when he actually does the box too, and I was like, "Oh,
Oh yeah.
so what are you doing with that one?" He's like, "I don't know. I think I'm going to give it to Kevin." And I just scoop it under my arm and walk away with it. And I've had it ever since, and it sits here in the studio.
He's a great dude. Super nice guy.
Speaking of that, before we go, anything that you guys have that you would like, we swap studio stuff out all the time. If you look, there's always something new hanging around us here, hanging behind the guys here. If you have something you want to display or have on the show, hit us, one of us up. We'll put it up for you guys to see and display. There's people that come in and see there's stuff all over the place in here. This room is actually twice as big as the old one that we were in.
Thanks to Emily Miller, we have Jersey Mikes everywhere now.
Yeah.
I got to say, all right, so Espinette was making fun of me. He's like, have you guys started talking about food yet? We did very minorly at the beginning. Emily posted like, oh, I'm so happy I came down to Hudson because there's a Jersey Mike's down here. Thank you. And I was like, I've never eaten there. Is it good? And then Kevin pops on. It's like, it's delicious. And I was like, cool. Maybe we should do an Inside NHSTRA show from Jersey Mike's and go have some fun. He's like, I could bring it instead of pizza. I'm like, I don't really like pizza, so sold. Let's go.
Jersey Mike it up today.
So he brought Jersey Mike's and he got me an Italian. I ate the entire thing, and then I start looking at the table, and there was a steak and cheese, and I was like, what's going on with that one?
He bought a bunch of randoms. It was good.
It's Emily,
Mark, remember.
Thank
we,
you.
We had a conversation.
we did. And this is all I've eaten today. I haven't eaten anything else. And I've been busy worker body all day. I've been all around every which area.
And I brought it up.
Yes, he did. I didn't buy it. I just ate it because it was here.
No, it was good though.
It was phenomenal. Emily says
so
she's
good-
jealous. Emily, I
good
tell you, come
suggestion.
down any single one of
Anytime.
these
We'd
Mondays and
we
come
would
on.
love to have you here on a Monday night.
the entire show, you guys can come down every Monday night. It's open. Just reach out to one of us. We'll give you the ultra super secret code to get in and come and hang out, watch the show. And
we sit here before and after, chat racing, talk about fun stories, funny things that happen over the weekend. It's a lot of fun. I think even if you don't want to come on here, you don't have to. You want to come out here and hang out, it's a good time. We have a lot of fun.
Always a
you
good
can
time.
see Giggles in the background, giggling all the time.
Giggles.
You know?
Giggles and Giggles friends
Giggles
who
and
dumps
Giggles friend and Giggles mom.
Reese's peanut butter cups upside down.
Exactly.
Does Giggles moms giggle too? No. Oh, that was the most serious face ever.
Oh,
She's
no.
like,
No, there's no giggling over there.
No, that's
Oh,
jiggles.
there's a giggle.
oh, there was a giggle.
There's a giggle.
Now there's 3 people giggling in the studio. All right, guys. Lee USA Speedway Friday night, Monadnock Speedway Saturday, Hudson Speedway on Sunday. Awesome racing all 3 days. We'll see you out at one of the tracks. And I would love to see if we can make this happen. I would love to see if we can get the Mighty Mike winner in as a guest this week.
Absolutely.
Very cool.
That'd be
good.
So
That'd be
really
awesome.
cool.
That'd
That would
a
be
lot of fun.
awesome. And that's another thing someone said, you guys have the same people on a lot. Of course we do. Because I reach out to people all the time and they say, no. If you want to come on this show,
Reach out.
you guys can come on.
so
And
easy.
any one of us
to
up.
any one of us.
And
We'll get you on.
Reach out to somebody who's been on here, who's been a guest, maybe Wayne Helliwell or somebody like that, or Justin Beecher. Reach out. It's real simple. We're just here.
We sit down and talk.
We're just talking racing. That's all we're doing.
It's funny when they come in, especially the old studio, because the old studio was laid out really weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
it
people
was.
will be always like, oh, you guys are in, I always thought you were in different rooms. Like literally, I'm on the opposite side of the table as these 3 goons in front of me.
We're looking right at this ugly
We're
guy.
staring
So,
at each other. Ben's right there. Steve's right there. Kevin is right there. Come check out the studio yourself, and I would hope to get the Mighty Mike winner in. We'll see you next Monday night. Have a good one, guys.